Good morning, dear students. My name is Shashank Verma, and today I am going to discuss NCERT exercise 7.1. So, student, now in previous days we discussed lots of things about fraction. Each and every concept we discuss, and we practice some question based on this. Or now, student, this is time to discuss the NCERT and also ML Agarwal. So first we will discuss NCERT, then after we will discuss ML Agarwal. And student, maths concept is same. Only question number are changed. You know very well. Okay. So now we will start exercise 7.1. That is NCERT. So now, student, we will start from question number first. That is given 7.1. Diagram is given, student. One question I will explain. Okay, student. This diagram is given. And this is very easy question. You know very well how to solve this question. You know very well how to solve this question. So see, student, this diagram is given. Okay. Now how many parts are shaded? These two parts are shaded. Okay, student. Now you have to find out fraction. You have to find out fraction of shaded. Fraction of what? Shaded region. Okay, student. Fraction of shaded region. So, student, what we studied in previous video, if you have to find out fraction of shaded region, so what we will do? First, we will find out what total number of parts. Yani 1, 2, 3, 4. Total how many parts student given? It is total 4 parts given. You will write down in denominator. Okay, student. Now, how many parts are shaded, student? How many parts are shaded? Yani 2 parts are shaded. So our correct answer is 2 upon 4. Okay, student, this is the correct answer. Why? Because 2 part is shaded, and total how many parts, student? 4. Okay, fraction means part of a whole. So this is the part of whole. So similarly, student, all the questions are given based on this. I think you are able to solve very easily. I explained first question. All the questions you have to solve like that. Now second question, student. Second question also based on same thing. Now third question I am going to discuss. Third question. It is given. Circle is given, and this is divided. Okay, student. Now, student, you will count how many parts divided. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total, student, how many parts? 6 parts. What is given in the question? Color the part according to the given fraction. It is given 1 upon 6. Okay, student, it is given 1 upon 6. You have to color out. You have to color out. So how you will do, student? You know that how many parts total are given? Total 6 parts are given. You have to shed 1 part. Only 1 part. So any part you can shed. There I am shedding this 1 part. Okay, student, this depend on you. You can shed any part. It's depend on you. Okay, it's your choice. But the thing is that only 1 part should be shed. So all questions are given based on this. Okay, student. This is question number 3rd. I think now you are able to solve very easily. Now come on question number 4th. Question number 3rd. 1 minute, student. That is also question number 2. Now question number 3rd. Third is given. Identify error. Now see, student. This question is given. This question is given. This part is 7. Okay, student. This question is given and the part is 7. Okay. Now what is given? This is 1 upon 2. It is given in the question, student. This is 1 upon 2. Or tell me, student, this is 1 upon 2 or not? This is 1 upon 2 or not? So what you will say, student? You will say no. This is not the 1 by 2. Why? Because this is not the equal part. Fraction means the part of whole and part should be equal. Part should be equal. See, student, this is the smaller part. This is the greater part. So how we can say that both are equal? Both are not equal. So you will say if the in this diagram, the fractions are not equal. Due to this is not correct. This is not the 1 by 2 part. Okay. Similarly, the same question are given. So student, fraction is what? The part of whole, and the part should be equal, and this is not the equal part. We will write down this is not the fraction of equal part. Okay, so this is not the correct. Okay, two questions more is given based on this. So what you will say? This is not the equal fraction. Okay, student, this is not the equal fraction. Now come to the question of 4, which is based on what? It is based on some numbers. Okay, student, how to solve the question? You have to solve the question which is based on number. Question is given 4th. Question number 4th. Question number 4 is given. What it is given, student? What fraction of a day is 8 hours? Fraction of day is 8 hours. Okay, student. Fraction of day is 8 hours. Okay, student. Do you know that the fraction of a day is 8 hours? Okay. You know that in one day equal to 24 hours. One day equal to what, students? One day equal to 24 hours. Everyone know 24 hours. Okay. Now fraction of day is 8 hours. So what you will write down? 8 hours. It is given, or you have to find out fraction in one day. Fraction of a day. It means 24. Okay, student. 24. Now it will come what? 1 upon 3. So this is our correct solution. And fraction of day equal to 1 upon 8 upon 24. 8 upon 24 means what? 1 upon 3. You will solve it very easy. Okay, student. This is a very easy question. You will solve this very. Student, I want to ask question. If it is given 2 days, then what you can do? 2 days given, then what you can do? If 2 days is given, man, student, if I want to know 2 days, fraction of you have to find out 2 days. Okay, so what we have to do? 2 days is 24 plus 24. It means 48 hours. 48, so 48, and same question will be there, 8 hours. 8 upon 48. Okay, student, it will come what? 1 upon 6. This I give one example for explanation. Okay, to solution to this one. But you have to understand the concept, student. 1 day is given means 24 and 2 day given means 48. 2 day means 48. Okay, student. So this is our question. By this we will solve the question very easily and in proper manner. You have to first read our question very carefully. Then you have to solve the question. Now next question is same given, student. Now I am going to solve question number 7. Question number 7 is given, student. Kanchan died dresses. She had to dye 30 dresses. Okay, dye 30 dresses. Dye 30 dresses. And next is given. She has so far finished 20 dresses. Finished 20 dresses. Okay, student, finished 20 dresses. Now what is given in the question? The question is given, what fraction of the dresses has she finished? What fraction of the dresses has she finished? So how to solve this question, student? How to solve the question? You know that key fraction of dresses she finished. Fraction of dresses she has finished. She has finished. Okay, student, everything is given in the question. What is given? Dye. She has to dye 30 dresses. Total number of dresses is 30 and she finished 20 dresses. Yani 20 dresses she finished. So what is given in the question? Fraction of dresses that she has finished. Means what is the fraction that she dyed? So now you know that she dyed 20 dresses and total number of dresses, student, 30. You will write down 30, 0, 0 cancel, student. It will come what? 2 upon 3. It means the fraction that she finished the dresses which she want to dye, it is what? It is 2 upon 3. Okay, student. So by this we will solve the question very easily. Now next question I am going to solve, student. Or I will not solve all the question, but only I am giving the basic information. Okay, because concept I given all concept to you. Next question is given. Write the natural number from 2 to 12. What fraction of them are prime number? You have to write down natural number from 2 to 12. Okay, student, you have to write down natural number from 2 to 12. And next is given fraction, they are prime number. Fraction of, you have to write down fraction of prime number. Prime number, you know that measurement which have only two factor. One is one and number itself. One is one and number itself. Like 2. 2 is a prime number. Its prime factor is 1 and 2. It is divisible by 1 and it is divisible by 2. Only two factors. Okay, student. So now, first we will write down what? We will write down natural number from 2 to 12. Now you will write down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. First we will write down all natural numbers, student. The next thing is given fraction of prime number. Prime number, student, what? 2. 2 is prime number, 3 is prime number, 5 is prime number, 7 is prime number. Achha, some student also mark 9 is the prime number, but 9 is the composite number, remember, because its factor is 1, 3 and 9. Okay, be careful. 11. Okay, student, I don't think anyone else except these are prime number. So 2 is prime number, 3 is prime number, 5 is prime number, 7 is prime number, 11 is prime number. Now you have to find out fraction. You have to find out fraction. Fraction. So fraction, student, in denominator what you write down total number. How many total numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, student, total how many numbers are given? You will count. When you will count, you will find out total 11 numbers are given. 11 numbers are given. Okay, student. Now, how many prime numbers are there, student? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 5 prime numbers are given. Your answer is 5 upon 11. Okay, student. 5 upon 11. Now, student, see, this is the one question. It may be possible the examiner will ask you what is the fraction of composite number? What is the fraction of composite number? So, first you will find out the composite number, student. How many composite number are there? Can you tell me? One composite number 4, second composite number 6, third composite number 8, fourth 9, 10, 12. Then again you will find the fraction. The same process you will apply. Okay, student? Now, all question based on same pattern. 9, 10, 11. Okay, student? You will do this question yourself. Now I am moving to the exercise 7.2. 7.2. 7.2. Some question I will explain and some you will solve yourself. Now 7.2. Or student, all the questions you will do yourself. Any problem you will face, you can ask. 7.2. What is given in the 7.2? 7.2. Generally it is based on number line. It is based on number line. So question 1 I am going to solve, student. Like, draw number line and locate the points on them. Like first question, 1 upon 2, 1 upon 3, 1 upon 4, 3 upon 4, 4 upon 4, 4 upon 4. So what is the rule, student? Remember the rule. Remember the rule. What if numerator is less than denominator? If numerator is less than denominator, the number line will be. If numerator is less than denominator, number line will be 0 to 1. You know that very well. This is the first thing we have to discuss. Okay. Now see, all numerator are less than denominator here equal. So it will to 4 and 4. It will come to 1. There is no problem. There is no problem. The first thing, numerator is less than denominator. Now second thing, you have to divide the. You have to see the denominator. This denominator having greater value. This denominator having greater value. So 4 is greater. 4 is greater. Okay, student. Now it means you have to divide the number line in how many parts? 3 equal parts. 3 equal parts. Now why? Because here 4 is the denominator which is greatest. You have to see the greatest denominator, and according to this denominator you have to divide the number line. Now student, see, you can see the number line lies between 0 to 1. One thing is clear, the number line lies between 0 and 1 because numerator is greater than denominator. Here 0 and 1 you will write down. There is no problem. Now in how many parts you will divide, student? You have to see the denominator having greater value. 4. Denominator is 4 having greatest value. Now you divide in one less part because the last part the number same. So you will divide in 1, 2, 3. Equal part you will divide, student. Now first part is what, student? This is your 1 upon 4. Is that clear, everyone? Now second part is what? This is second part is 2 upon 4. Okay, student. Now third part is 3 upon 4. Okay. Now fourth part is what? 4 upon 4. So see, everything is on number line. Okay student, why 1 upon 4? Anyone can ask you, so you can say because I divided 4 equal part. 4 means 4 greatest number is 4 is given, so you divide one less part. Why one less part? Because last part of the number same itself. See, this is 4 upon 4. 4 came na, so this is the number line. Now 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4 upon 4. Or there is no need of writing down left hand side and right hand side. Only you have to draw the number line according to this. Only you have to draw the number line according to this. Okay student? So this is our first question. Now move to the second question student. Move to the second question. What is given in the second? All question you have to do student. All question. D part, it is given 1 upon 8, 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3 upon 8 and 7 upon 8. Is that clear everyone? 7 upon 8. Same condition you will apply to what? Numerator is what? Numerator is less than denominator. It means number line lies between 0 to 1. This is clear everyone? This is clear now? 8 part is given a student. It means you have to divide in 7 equal parts. 7 equal parts you will divide 0, 1. 0, 1, and we have to divide in 7 equal parts because 8 is given, 1 less part, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 equal parts you will divide student. 8 part is the number itself. 8 part is the number itself. Now, first part is 1 upon 8, to write down 1 upon 8. Second part is 2 upon 8, to write down 2 upon 8. Third part is 3 upon 8, to write down 3 upon 8. Fourth part, fifth part, sixth part, 7. This is 7 upon 8. Okay student, acha in previous question student it is given 1 upon 2. In previous question it was given 1 upon 2. So some student will confuse when you make number line it will come 1 upon 4 and 2 upon 4. Okay na? In second part what come 1 upon 4 and 2 upon 4. So when you will reduce my student it will come 1 upon 2. So don't be confused, है ना? In your book it is given 2 upon 4. So when you will mark the number line, first is 1 upon 4, second is 2 upon 4. 2 upon 4 means what? When you will reduce it will come 1 upon 2. This I am talking about first question. Don't be confused. It is given 1 upon 2 and you mark 2 upon 4. So student when you will reduce 2 upon 4, it will come what? 1 upon 4. Okay student? So this is about what? 7 upon 8. Similarly 4 upon 8, 5 upon 8, 6 upon 8, 7 upon 8, and this one is 8 upon 8. So this is our number line. Now come to the next question. Next C part also I will discuss because I want to clear all the concepts based on this student and I don't give. Now C part. C part is given 2 upon 5, 3 upon 5, 8 upon 5, 4 upon 5. It is given student. Okay na? This is given. Now next thing is that student, you know that number line. The next thing is that in this one numerator is less than denominator, numerator is less than denominator, and numerator is less than denominator. But this one student, numerator is greater than denominator. This is little bit different. So what I will discuss, what we discussed in previous video, if numerator is greater than denominator, it means you have to convert in mixed fraction. So first convert in mixed fraction student, 5 and 8. 5 1 5, 8 minus 5 3. Okay student, what it will become? 1 whole 3 upon 5. It will become 1 whole 3 upon 5. 1 whole 3 upon 5 will come. Clear? Because you have to convert in mixed fraction. Now it means in this part the number line goes forward from 1. It means 1 third is okay and also you have to move forward from 1. Okay? So now how we will solve this question, how we will tackle this question, come on this question. This is okay? This so 1 over 3 upon 5. This is 5. Okay? Next thing. This one, these three lies between 0 to 1. These three lies between 0 to 1 because numerator is less than denominator, 0 to 1. And this one is lies between 1. Once it further forward we have to go because 1 to already given and 3 upon 5. So once it thoda sa. Now next, how we will solve student? In how many parts you have to divide student? 5 is given. It means you have to divide in 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. It means 0 and 1 and 2. Okay student? You have to divide in 4 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why 4 parts student? Because denominator is 5. So you have to divide in 4 equal parts. Now first part is student what? First part is 1 upon 5. But we don't have to know. But we don't want 1 upon 5. 2 upon 5. Yani this is 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5. 3 upon 5 we want to write down 3 upon 5. 4 upon 5, we want to write down 4 upon 5. Now students see, this is 5 upon 5, this is 6 upon 5, this is 7 upon 5, this is 8 upon 5. This one is 8 upon 5. Okay student, this is 8 upon 5, this is 9 upon 5, this is 10 upon 5. So 10 upon 5, this is 10 upon 2. Simply, you will solve this question according to this. So student, today I solved the question based on what? Number line. But number line is the most important, very important. In maths generally everything is important because each concept are correlated with each other. Okay student? Each concept is correlated with each other. So you have to solve all the question based on this. Now question number second I am going to discuss express the following as a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is very general. You know that very well. How to convert in mixed fraction. How to convert in mixed fraction. Like 20 upon 3 is given student. 20 upon 3. So similarly you have to divide student. You have to divide 3 6 18. 10 minus 8 2. Okay student. Now what you will write down? This one is first. So 6 up 2 upon 3. 6 whole 2 upon 3. Only you have to write down this one. You know how to write down? You know how to write down very well. This is first place, this is second, or this is third. 6 whole 2 upon 3. You can also check student. 6 is 18, 18 plus 2 20. So according to this you have to find out. Let's take another example. Another example like it is given 17 upon like 11 upon 3. 11 upon 3. So how you will solve this student? 3 and 11. 3 3 ja 9. 11 minus 9 2. 11 minus 9 2. So what it will become student? What? 3 whole first decimal write down, second 2 upon 3. 3 whole 2 upon 3. This is your mixed fraction. So 3 3 ja 9. 9 plus 2 11. Okay student. So now student, today we discuss mixed fraction, number line, and also how to draw the set adhesion, how to find out the set adhesion. In next video student, we will discuss some other question. Till you have to solve all the question, and any confusion you can ask. Thank you student.